Alright, testing. 1, 2, testing audio. Alright, checking audio, checking audio. Wow, this mic is really, really good. Alright, let's start her up. Alright, so what did I not do last time? I opened up the entirety of the Undead Settlement, and I'm back here at Firelink. I feel like I've forgotten something. Something important. Ah, yes, the Mortician's Ashes. That's what I forgot. That's an important item. Alright, so...
well
this is who we give the ashes to get more items from our shop. So, give her the Umbral Ash, give her the Mortician's Ashes,
Passing fine ash thou hast given.
and she's going to have more items available to me, including, I believe, the Grave Key.
I only hope these new wares content thee.
Alright, let's see what she's got. She does have the Grave Key. Alright. So, now that we've got that,
Be sure to.
we can go... we can go get... oh, jeez, what is her name? I can never remember the name of the nun who teaches you miracles. Lycia, I want to say? No, it's not Lycia. We're going to talk to Yol real quick.
Then shall we begin?
And get free levels, because why not get free levels? I think I'm going to up my health.
Be safe.
Thank you, buddy. Yol's a good guy. He's my friend. I know I'm kind of talking to myself with nobody else here at the moment, but now that I finally figured out how to make Twitch record videos and store them, I'll be able to upload these to YouTube later. So we can watch these later on if that's what people want. I forgot where I was going with that. But, so... alright, so we're gonna head back to the dilapidated bridge. The last bonfire, I think, before the Curse Route of Greatwood and the Road of Sacrifices. But we're gonna take a little detour to unlock a very important merchant. Now this merchant is going to give me access to buying miracles, which, as a cleric, is something I want. So just so everybody wants to see my build, I've got, these are my stats right here as of right now. I've taken 3 free levels from Yol. We're going to go with the crazy Lord of Hollows ending here. Hopefully. I've decided that's just the ending I'm going to go for now. Because it's just really, really cool. So I'm getting free levels from him. So those are my regular stats. This is my equipment loadout. I've got a deep battle axe +2 I've been using. It's the one you get from the Mimic at the High Wall of Lothric. Got the basic Cleric Sacred Chime. Bought the Kite Shield from Grey Rats. Picked up the Cleric set from over here, so I got a duplicate of the Cleric set, but I also got this sick hat. Got Lothric Knight Gauntlets and some chainmail leggings for some decent protection. Got the Bloodbite ring and the blue Tearstone ring as good protection as well. So we're gonna have to take care of this big boy over here, and that's what I have these firebombs for. So they actually deal quite a bit of damage. Alright, so we hop down, kill those guys. Wait for the gank squad to show up. Oof. Hey, one of my messages was raided. How about that? Neat. Alright, so now we open up this way. Actually, let me see what message it was that got raided. Friendship ahead. Oh, hey, the one I left over. It's the only message I've left. It's the one over by the giant at the top of the tower here. All right, so over here, no hollow ahead. So this is an important statue. If you never find the Eyes of a Firekeeper, this is one of the places you can absolve yourself of sins and also reverse your hollowing. This is a statue of Velka, the goddess of sin. And it's I'm kind of upset that she never really played a really big part directly outside of like just lore and being a thing that's mentioned constantly. That's a loincloth. That's not terribly useful. I'm going to apologize in advance. I've got my laptop here next to me. I can't have chat on screen at the same time. So trying to look at the chat and play the game at the same time is going to be a little bit difficult for me. I thought I could have sworn that skeleton got up. Or is it this one, the first one that gets up? Yep, hi buddy. Alright, you were not hard. And like I said, the deep battle axe, this is a good weapon to start the game with. If you kill the mimic for this gets you a pretty long way by itself. I'm deciding to two-hand it here because it's something I don't ordinarily do. I've got the shield basically just kind of chilling on my back just in case I really need to block, but I'm trying to, you know, learn to rely on dodge rolling. So, there is that. So just to kind of explain what's going on. I know he's going to get up. You're going to get up. That dude's arc is wide. Hey, friend. He's not really a friend, but, you know. Alright, let's see. What do I got here? Oh, we're in this place. There's a lizard. I gotta make sure I get you... Get back here, get back here, get back here. I know you're a trap. Heavy gem for strength weapons, which is going to be good for me. There's a shard, which is nice. I know there's a chuckle fuck up here waiting to get me. Yep. Hi there, friend. Got him. Alright, so I got all those items. Cool frickin' beans. I know there's another item up here, but I don't think I have any ranged weaponry on me. I do not. Yeah, I do not. All I have is the reinforced club and the deep battle axe. And the red hilted halberd, which requires 14 dex to use. This is a good weapon, but I did not realize the reinforced club dealt bleed damage. So yeah, I can't get that now. I'll have to come back for it later. This is a room I'm probably going to want to heal up. And I'm probably going to actually want the shield for this room, because this is where you get kind of a gank squad. Oh, fuck. Oh god, am I stuck? I am straight up stuck. I got stuck on the environment and died. Jesus Christ. Man, I made it all the way there, too. That's unfortunate. I got stuck on the environment and died. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, we will try that again. Perhaps the axe is better for... Actually, where am I at? 61.5%. Actually, let me see if I have any ranged weapons I can use here in my item box. That's fine, I guess. Do I have any arrows? I do, in my inventory. I thought I unequipped those. It's fine, they don't add to my encumbrance, they don't matter. Yeah, I know I can't use it effectively, but that doesn't really matter. Alright, but let's try and go back. Oh. How am I missing? Alright. That was embarrassing. Yeah, I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to shy away from sword and board, because that's more typical of my playstyle. Or of, like, weapon and shield, I guess, to be more accurate. Alright, so skeleton friends, hello, hello. Actually gotta see if the reinforced club is gonna be more effective against skeleton friends. Oh yeah, that's much more effective. Let me look at the moveset on this thing real quick. Alright, so it's just one straightforward, and then it's a horizontal followed by a vertical. So this is just a diagonal. Let me see how it is with a shield. We got a forward bash, and then we got a horizontal bash. So this thing has bleed damage on it. I was not aware that it had bleed damage. This thing is really great when I two-hand it. Now the deep battle axe was taking out those guys in one hit. This is much better against the skeletons. Alright, so we're back here. You're new. Did you fall off the bridge? He must have fallen off the bridge. He had lower health. I think I'm going to go back to the axe for crowd control right now. But I can get this item. Sweet. Alright, so what do I got here? Blessed red and white shield, +1. So this thing, standard wooden shield, is a striking red and white design. Parry, repel an attack at the right time to follow up with a critical hit. So it's just got a parry. I'm not sure why it's blessed. That's odd. That's an odd... It has faith scaling, and I'm not quite sure... Oh, it boosts my magic and... It boosts my lightning damage. That's what... On my lightning damage resistance. That's what it is. Okay. Alright. Time to fight the goon squad. Wait for the lunge. Follow up. Got him. Solve a deserted corpse. Cool, cool. Got back my souls. And I got the Saint's Talisman. I wonder if that's any better than my Cleric's Chime that I have right now. Let's take a look at that. So it gives me a spell buff. It has higher faith scaling. It has higher durability. Oh, Unfaltering Prayer. What is that? Let's take a look. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. Ivory talismans are given only to women clerics, and faith greatly affects their effectiveness. There is a certain frailty to this talisman which undermines the steadfastness granted by its skill. Temporarily increases poise while casting miracles, preventing enemy attacks from interrupting prayer. Works while equipped in either hand. That is useful. That's a good chime. That's a very good chime. I am keeping that on. Alright, and now we have made it to our friend here. This is the NPC I mentioned earlier. She's going to sell us miracles in a little bit.
Who is there?
She is
Someone there?
blind.
Anyone? Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me. The dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures. They never stop biting.
Oh, poor lady.
So please, hold out your hand.
How can you not be nice to her? Like, for real. I am also of the faith.
Ah, yes, there you are. So close.
With that hover hand.
And I am
hover
not entirely
hand.
alone, just yet.
Yeah, hey, hi.
Praise the merciful gods above.
Yes, praise. Ooh. Got a new emote.
Oh, forgive me. I am Irina of
Irina,
Carimn.
that's her name. Lycia's from Dark Souls
I
2.
came to
That's
this
who I'm thinking
land
of.
So that I might be a firekeeper.
Lycia is the one who teaches you miracles in DS2.
Your touch has freed me from the darkness. You are a
Alright,
champion.
so...
I am weak and unfit to tend the flames.
So she tried to become a firekeeper like the NPC at
If it
your,
would not trouble you, might I enter into
at your main hub
service
area.
instead?
But she was not badass enough and couldn't control the flames. So she was blinded, and so like all firekeepers, she was blinded, had her eyes removed, but she was cast out. And she wants to see if you'll
thank you,
take her into your
sweet
service.
champion.
And I absolutely will, because
I
she's
shall
going to
take
sell
my vows.
miracles.
I, Irina of Carimb.
And
solemnly
Carimb is
swear
a
to
kind of a
serve
very
you.
holy city sort of place. So now she's warped back to Firelake Shrine, and we've opened up a shortcut. If you remember earlier, we're back here. And here's Aegon, or Aegon. of
You've
Carimb.
gone and rescued her, have you?
God, this guy's voice is awesome.
How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help.
Oh, very quaint. God, I love this guy.
Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate.
What a fucking badass.
I am Egon, a knight of Karim. I am
His
allied
armor
to
is
you for as
cool.
long as you
His
assure me
hammer
your
is
safety.
cool. His voice is
Only
cool.
for that long.
He helps you out in boss fights later on.
What's the matter? My terms are very simple.
God, this guy's
I'm allied
awesome.
to
He's a
you
holy
for
knight.
as
He's a
long as
cleric
you
like me.
assure the girl's safety,
He's such
and only for that long.
He's such a badass. And basically what he's saying is, make sure Arena stays safe, and if you don't, I'm gonna fucking hunt you down. If you so much as touch her, you're dead. Which is a sentiment I appreciate. You know, like, what a badass. What a badass this guy is. Alright, so there's some items over here I didn't get before since I ran through this little shortcut. There's a couple of... Oh. We got a goon squad over here gonna try and come and get me. Can I aggro him? What's... Oh. Ooh. That was lucky. Uraki. Oof. Good thing I've got the blood bite ring on. Oof. This guy is strong. So is my weapon. Fortunately. So let me go pull one of these other guys. So there's two up here. And this guy's gonna try. Oh. Oh, God, that was so lucky. Oh my God. Oh my God, he just fell off the cliff. All right, bye. The luck is palpable. Oh, Jesus. That's amazing. What is with this guy? Is he bugging out? I think he's bugging out. I think he's aggroed, but he's going the wrong way? Alright, come on. Come on, buddy. Oh, I misjudged that. Okay. I hear another one of those guys. Oh my God, that must be the guy that fell down the cliff. That's amazing. Alright. Hi, friend. Come here. Come on, lob that sucker at me. Do it. Do it now, come on, kill me. Kill me, do it now. Do it, I'm here, kill me. Fuck, how have I not baited his throw yet? Come on, do it, kill me, I'm here. What the fuck is with this guy? Oh, God. I'm in trouble. Usually they'll throw the... I forgot that that attack is so wrong. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go back to Firelink after this. Oh, man. Alright, well now I've baited that out. He's probably not gonna be able to get me. Alright. Got him. Start some flask usage. That makes me wonder, should I unlock the next... I think I'm gonna go down and unlock the next bonfire. And then I have to come all the way back here. Let's heal up. drink up on the Ashen Estus flask, restore my magic use. And... we going up? Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to go up yet. That's gonna come after. Hi, Sigurd. Alright, I went the wrong way. I meant to go down. So I'm gonna go back down. And I'm gonna have to trigger the elevator again. Yes, Sigurd, I know. Love that guy. He's such a bro. Alright, we'll wait for this bad boy to fucking go back up. Hello. Alright, so let's see. I think it's probably hella strong if I upgrade it. I might just give this the heavy gem to give it that really good strength scaling. Alright. Alright, and run to this door, because can't be hurt through the cutscene. Yay, invincible animation frames. And we're here. Road to Sacrifices. So this is where we're going to be going next, but we have some unfinished business in the Undead Settlement. First, I'm going to go back to Firelink Shrine and take care of some stuff. For instance, I'm going to try and level up this this reinforced club, because it actually seems pretty solid. I don't know if it's better than the mace, but we'll check it out. Alright, so actually let me get the mace from my item box here. So this is a little stronger. It has dex scaling as well, but Reinforced Club has the War Cry weapon art, and it has bleed damage. Bleed damage I actually like, but the mace is also very good. So let me see what else I got here. I got Lucerne, thrust damage. These two do strike damage. That does standard slashing damage, like your long swords, your other axes. Got a regular club. So the reinforced is just better than the regular club. And the regular club's got insane durability. I mean, honestly, durability does not matter in Dark Souls 3 because your weapons are as tough as they were in 1, and they've got the restore at every bonfire like they did in 2, so if you break a weapon, you've probably been doing something wrong, I want to say. Yeah, I think we can stick with the Saint's Talisman for now. That's a pretty damn good talisman. Loincloth is kind of worthless, but we'll just put it in the item box anyway. Let's see, I've got a sharp gem, a heavy gem, raw gem, titanite scale, some shards, and a fire gem. Now I'm fairly certain that having a fire gem is going to be good for the upcoming boss fights. Against the curse-rotted Greatwood. Let me see if my memory serves correctly. Just let me try and remember here. Is it? Because I know you can. I think it's weak against like what? I know it's immune to bleed. I know it's immune to toxic. I know it's immune to frost. I mean, it's obviously immune to poison and toxic and bleed. It's definitely weak to fire, though, because it's a giant tree. So I think what I want to do is give my... I think we're gonna keep the mace here as sort of my, go-to. My go-to fire weapon. Actually, I can't remember. Can I buy shards from you now? I cannot. That comes later.
Ashen one, be sure.
That comes, I believe, with the Ashes from Farron Keep. But let's reinforce the mace. Actually, no, let's infuse it first. We'll give that the fire gem. Make that a fire mace, and then we'll put that bad boy up to +1. So we've got a pretty solid... It's a little slow, but it should do some pretty solid damage against the Curse Rod of Greatwood. But I've also got some other things I need to clear up before I do that boss fight, so we're gonna head back to this this bonfire because it's way faster. It's way faster to get to the other part of the settlement. And you know what? I just realized I forgot to get those items that I went to go back and kill those guys with the pots for. So, good stuff. And texture hasn't loaded yet. There we go. In case y'all didn't see that. So these guys are the Outrider Knights. And you can see they're of Irithyll because they've got all this frost themes, and they've got these frost weapons. And they kind of look like Guts from Berserk in his Berserker armor, and they kind of act like him, too. And these guys are tough. They are no joke. That fight is usually a lot more difficult than that, because I've actually got a pretty solid weapon for this point in the game. This battle axe is pretty good. And what he just gave me is probably, I think, the best straight sword you get from an enemy in the game. The Irithyll straight sword. This thing is amazing. If you want to go with just kind of a regular sword and board, you know, quality build, with lots of strength, lots of dex, or you want to go with like a mixed build, or just a straight melee build in general, you're not sure what you want to do, you can hardly go wrong with this. It is really, really good. It's got a great moveset. It's got 55 frost damage. It's really light. It has relatively low requirements. That thing brought me through to the end of the game, essentially on my my first playthrough, as sort of my main weapon of choice. It's really, really good. Alright, so we're gonna go back up the ladder here and take care of some enemies. And now I'm gonna send this back down for two reasons. One, in case I die like a bitch, and two, so that if I don't die like a bitch, I can just go straight up and try and get to the other part of the settlement. Now, let's try and take care of these guys again, because I totally forgot to do the thing. Oof, that was lucky. Alright, stamina, watch my stamina, and there we go. Well, let's try out this mace. Let's, hey buddy? Hey buddy, oh, wrong buddy. I didn't want that buddy, I wanted this buddy. I've been waiting for you, buddy. So this thing's dealing fire damage now, which is good. That's what I want for the upcoming boss fight. Like I said, this thing's not as strong as... as my axe, but this will do the trick just fine. And I got flask usage back. Sweet. Alright, let's try and go around the corner and get old friendo over. Oh my god, he fell off the bridge. Why are so many enemies auto-trekking off the ledge? If you weren't with me last time... Oh god. If you weren't with me last time, on the last iteration of the stream, we managed to get the Swordmaster to accidentally pathfind his way off the edge and die, because when I ran away from him to heal, he just fell off the bridge. Jesus. He's just so strong. This guy is just absolutely no joke. He's for real. Alright. Let's heal up. Talisman. Item. Hey, friend. Shields are useful against dogs. Shields are very, very useful against dogs. Hello. Hello, you damn pupper. God, you're just gross. Oh, I forgot. The item over here is useless. Great. Is there anything in this well? No. No gravity engine show off. You know, we still got plenty of time left in the game for shit like that. So we're gonna go back down to... Are we gonna go back to Firelink? You know what, I think I've got enough resources to tackle this part if I don't fuck up the jump. Yep, he's that way. That side, it's that side. Okay. Now I remember which side it is. It's much easier to do from above anyway. Alright, sweet. And here he is, it's our buddy Sigurd of Katarina.
Ah, oh, don't disappear like that. You have me downright worried.
He's such a bro.
Thanks to you,
I love this guy.
Epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled.
You can
the riddle
almost
of
see his
this
face through the
inscrutable lift.
visor there if you go real slow. You can almost get a look at his face.
On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast?
I sure do. It's
I'm no
right down there,
coward and I have
Sigurd.
a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl.
You have
Now,
good
now,
instincts.
Think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him.
You think you're gonna talk
No,
sense
I
into a
think not.
demon?
He's far too overheated.
Ha! Overheated.
I've got to use
That's
my...
funny. That's funny. You're a funny guy, Sigurd. Oh, there's some items I can get strung up on dudes up here. So now comes the part where I need to go fight this guy. This is gonna be hard, but... Item here. Homeward Bone. Hi there. Let's see if he notices me. Come on. Hey there. Uh-oh.
No! You should have waited! Well, too late now. I, Sigurd, the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side! Ah!
And this is where he proves he is just the best bro of all time. Sigurd is... he's so awesome. He just comes in and charges in and helps you against this demon. Oh, whoops. Heals. And we got him. Sigurd, my friend. And he gave us a fire gem. So if we want to make another fire weapon now, we can.
That was quite a performance.
Thank you.
But you mustn't get in over your head.
Yeah.
Must put our duties first. But
His quest line is
for the
so
moment,
great.
we've a toast to
We'll explore him more later. He's the
make. Your valor,
Siegbrow.
my sword, and our victory together.
Thanks, buddy.
Long may the sun shine.
What a great guy. And he gives you an emote. He gives you the toast.
I'm going to have myself a little nap.
And this is the best
The
part
only thing
after
to
all
do,
this.
really, after a nice toast.
Alright, now I'm gonna go get some of these items over here. But after he gives you a toast, he starts to go to sleep. Like, literally just goes to sleep right here. And gives you the sleep emote. So now we've got this whole area to explore. We got some more burning pyres, and God, this place looks ominous, doesn't it? Yeah, I gotta say, I gotta hand it to FromSoft, the immersion that they managed to give in the environments in this game are fantastic. All right, and so we just got the northern armor, which is the warrior's standard set. There's another item on this corpse here, which is a pale tongue. Now that is a very important item, because we're going to need that if we want to respec our stats later. And we've got a large club from this body. Now this is basically a big old great club. Now let's see... Strength, I need 22 strength to wield this thing, but just to give it a look-see, it's got pretty good strength, it's got a lot of durability. It's pretty heavy. But look at how huge this thing is. It's just a... It's a big ol' hammer. And, you know, you can leap forward with it there. But no, this is that's a big old cool, good, solid, striking strength weapon. And we can keep that in mind for later, if if a big striking weapon like that is something we want to do. But for now, two-handing something like this mace or the battle axe is fine, I think, for our purposes in the game. So we're gonna do one of those. So I'm pretty sure that dude on the ceiling drops if I get this item. Or no? None of these ones are traps? I know some of these guys activate when you try to get an item. Oh, we forgot to look at the northern set of armor, which we just picked up. So let's take a look at that. So there's the helm. So this thing has actually really, really good fire resistance and defensive stats. That's what I probably want to do. And so, the northern armor. Iron armor of a stalwart northern warrior, supported by an interwoven chainmail. Iron defensive wear grants superior absorption. Being from the north, it should also offer resistance to cold. So it's got really good frost resistance. It's got pretty solid poise. So I might just put on some of this armor right now just to see how... Let me see. The Lothric Knight gauntlets are just better than this so far, but... I might just put on... Let's put on... put those gauntlets on right now, and we'll see if that's... so this is better in some areas than the chainmail leggings I've already got on. And it weighs a little less, so why don't we put those on Actually, let's see, how much is this good for? How good is this for us right now? That's really useful for the time being. You know what, let's just put on the whole, let's put on the warrior set. Oh, no, that's way too heavy. Alright. Or you know what, yeah, this is better against bleed right now, and that's going to be more useful for us for the time being. This I know is a trap. See these two guys that stick out? Their colors over here means that you are... it means they're going to drop on you and try and hurt you. Yep, see. These guys are exceedingly weak to fire damage. But they do hurt you even if you just kind of get close to them because they're constantly flailing in their limbs. So if I recall correctly, I think there's a dog right over here. Oh, there's a couple. Hey, pupper. Hey there, puppo. Alright, we're gonna heal up. Pretty sure that's the sensible thing to do here. This guy is obviously, because I can lock onto him, he's... Oh, hey. Not nice. Not nice. Alright, now I know these guys drop from the ceiling if I try to get that chest. So I'm just gonna... break those tables open to give myself a much more wide open space. Hi, friends. Oh, I whiffed. Whiffed again. I still have to get used to judging the distances on these two-handed, shorter weapons. Because the two-handed weapons I'm used to are like great swords and ultra great swords. So this is a little... Relearning these distances is something that's a bit new to me. We got human pine resin, which deals dark damage. Those are cool. So if we want to get dark on our weaponry, we can do that. Alright. So we've got some more enemies up there. We've got, if you recall from last time, we've got two of the evangelists up here. Now the evangelists being those big ol', them tig ol' bitties. Because Miyazaki loves Berserk a lot. Can't remember if dark is more effective against them than, can't remember if dark is more effective than against fire, but this is a stronger weapon anyway, so I'm gonna... Alright, shield time is now. Oh, and... oh no, I gotta go back up here. That's a lot of souls to lose. Man, that's rough. Ah, jeez. But I don't think I can activate those enemies again, which is good. But I gotta bring that elevator back down, which is a pain in the ass. Well, the cage enemies. I don't act... oh no, the elevator is here. That's right, I sent it back down. Now, thankfully, this is going to be a pretty simple run back. Pretty much all I'm going to have to deal with are those dogs, I think. This side. It is that side, but I'm going to send the elevator back down in case I die again. And it makes this jump a lot easier. No, God! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, I just punted 9,000 souls. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Oh. Well, dying doesn't matter now. At least. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, that was awful. And the elevator didn't even come all the way back down here because I fucking died. It's the worst of all worlds. Oh. So all I need to do is get the items on top of that roof, and then we can go on to, go back to Firelink and... get back to Firelink. God, I cannot believe I just punted 9,000 souls. Oh man, I fucked up the judgment on that, the timing on that jump so very hard. Alright, so there. Alright, send this back down. Wait. Now. Okay. And the timing on that is always kind of rough. So if you want to see where we are, you can get a good look at the game world. We've got the Cathedral of the Deep right over there, and that's going to be somewhere we're visiting very soon, right after Farron Keep. Well, I wouldn't say very soon. I'd say relatively soon. It's an area that's coming up pretty soonish. I think I might have some more items out here that I think I might have missed. If my memory serves correctly, I'm going to check over here. Make sure I didn't miss anything out this way. I think I might have. I get dipshit. Okay. Is that bridge over here, or is that... I got the shield from over there. Is it off this way? Or is it from up top? I can never remember where the little drop-off of the bridge is. It's not over here. Is it down there? No, it's not down there. Where the hell... Oh, you know what? I think it's above me. It is. Alright, so I gotta get back up there. I gotta fight those evangelists. But luckily, because I have no souls, dying is totally inconsequential. Other than just being a huge pain in my asshole. Alright, so it's this way. Put on the shield, because we got pups. Hey there, big boy. Not sure why it didn't attack there when I hit the button. Get you so that you don't get me. Hey there, buddy. And I forgot this thing knocks them back. Hope these guys don't fall again. Alright, they're not, so... I gotta lure one of these. Oh, nope, they totally do fall again if I go up far enough. Oh, fucking chair. Come on, man. Oh, God. I forgot these cave guys have a vomit attack. Alright, now you're coming down to fight me. Sup. You are no joke. Oof. Circle strafing you is the best option because I can do that. And then follow up with kaboom. Oh, nope. If you get grabbed by that little command grab there, you're just done. Alright. Now fighting the other one is going to be much easier. Oh, this guy dropped an item. More fading souls. I still fucked up real bad. Punted 9,000 goddamn souls. Get that backstab. And get that strong attack for the kill. Alright. Now we're good to two-hand again, honestly. Can't remember, is there an item up here? No, not on this ledge. They're up here. I think there might be a couple more thralls up here, maybe? Can't remember if there's thralls up here. But here we have Flynn's Ring. Flynn's Ring, which is really interesting. Let me just show you guys what it does. Lowering your equip load increases your attack. It's the Ring of Flynn, the eulogized thief. Flynn fought with the wind on his side and was a hero among the weak and poor, yet even his admirers knew it was little more than idyllic fable. So for those of you just joining us, we are finishing up the Undead Settlement. Right now I'm kind of grabbing the last of the items before I get to the Curse-Rotted Greatwood, the boss of the area. So I got a fire weapon ready to go for that area. I can't remember if there's another item up here. I swear to God I've missed something. But I could just be wrong. If I do upload this to YouTube later, YouTube can just go ahead and be mad at me. YouTube can just kind of go ahead and be mad at me on stream. Or no, on YouTube comments, I guess. Anybody cares that much. So we've got a nice shortcut down this tower here. So we've got a nice little area here. And there's one way down. So that's the safe way down. It's just kind of bounce a couple of times. And what you get here is the Mira Knight set. So if you're familiar with Dark Souls 2, it's the set of armor that Lucatiel of Mira was wearing, which is pretty sweet. It's great armor for a dexterity-based character, for like kind of a fencer-style build. It's kind of like a leather armor set. It looks pretty cool put together too. And you get her mask later. I can't remember how though. And this ring is probably the most important ring we are going to get at this point in the game, because it is amazing. It is completely amazing. It is called the Chloranthy ring. The Chloranthy ring raises our stamina recovery speed. This old ring is named for its decorative green blossom, but its luster is long since faded. So the Chloranthy ring is gonna make my stamina recover much faster than usual, as you can see right there. I can't remember if there's an item out on this ledge. There is not. So we're just gonna heal up. And then we are gonna hop on down here. And oh, there's some friends over this way. So let me check my items real quick to make sure that there's not really any upgrading I can do before the Great Wood fight. I think I want to put my cleric set back on, but stuff with bigger poison resist I think is something I want for the this is good. You know, we'll put on the Mira set for right now and check it out. It looks pretty awesome. Got that nice little tabard on the bottom there. Oh, please go away. I just wanna... I just wanna go... I just wanna go here and... So the boss room is through here. But... I'm gonna stop back at Firelink Shrine. We'll homeward bone out. Just kind of get myself ready for the boss fights. So whoever it is that has just joined us on the stream a little bit ago, welcome. Good to see ya. You're welcome to talk on chat, although I do admit that it might be a little hard for me to play and read chat at the same time because I've got my laptop on a separate screen running the stream, and I can't get the chat up on my screen, on my TV. So I might be running a little... So I might be a little unresponsive, and I apologize for that in advance if you do feel like talking to me through chat. So we'll just equip the mace here. Let's see, what other... Do I have any other key items of any sort? I have a lot of soul items. And I do have a pale tongue now, so I can go actually talk to... I can go talk to Leonard, or Leonhard. The ring finger, I believe, is up here again. And he is, and he looks so cool.
Well, hasn't it been some time?
I love the tri-cornered hats.
The ring finger.
Leonhard, that's his name.
Remember me? I slipped you those red eyes some time ago.
You did, although I don't really invade people,
You're
so
making
it's
quite
not really
an
my
effort,
jam.
So I thought you might like to know. If you yearn for a proper red-eye orb, one that is uncracked,
So he gives you a quest
the dark
to go
grave
get
survivor of the land followed by darkness. He has been
quest to go get
imprisoned for many ages in the deepest cell
the
of the
uncracked
world.
red eye, or just the red eye orb, which is kind of
I can
like,
see it in your eyes.
which is like the it's like your cracked red eye orbs, only it's got infinite usage. It doesn't go away after you use it, so it's really, really good if you're into invasions and PvP. It's definitely a useful item. So I think real quick we're actually going to go grab that, and then we are going to go get that, and then we're going to go fight the Curse Rod of Greatwood, which is the boss of the Undead Settlement. And what I'm doing for the stream is I'm going to try it embered, try it with a summon at least once, because I'm a Sun Bro at heart, and I always approve of jolly cooperation. I like helping other Sun Bros. I like it when other Sun Bros help me, and it definitely, it's just so useful. People say that, like, you know, if you play Dark Souls and you use summons, then you suck and you're awful. and you're not playing the game right. But honestly, Dark Souls taught me a very, very valuable life lesson in that it is totally okay to ask for help if you need it. There's literally nothing wrong with asking for help. So we're gonna go fight this Dark Wraith. Now, for those of you who are familiar with Dark Souls, you know what the Dark Wraith is. A Dark Wraith is, he's a cool dude. He looks like the old WCW wrestler La Parka. He's got, if any of you are familiar with wrestling, so we're gonna go fight him and get the cracked red. Well, not the cracked, the uncracked red eye orb. So I've got to go through this asshole first, unfortunately. So I think this might just kill that guy, or not. All right, got him, coach. But yeah, no, it's funny because I don't even actually watch wrestling. I just know so many people that do that I just know crap about wrestling. It's actually kind of funny. And you know, like, I see the appeal to like watching wrestling. It's rad. The entertainment value is crazy. I just don't really like kind of have the time for it, I guess. But I can definitely see the appeal. It's dumb fun, but it's like, it's dumb fun that you know is dumb fun going in. Alright, now let's see if I can sneak up on this asshole. And got him. That made this fight substantially easier. And these guys are for real. The deal with these guys, lore-wise, is that they are servants of the Abyss. And basically, like, the darkness that will swallow the world if you don't like the fire. And basically, they go out and they hunt souls, like the souls of those who are not hollow. They hunt for humanity, kindling, embering, whatever it be in the given game. And they were a covenant in DS1, which was pretty. They were a covenant you could take if you went through some optional NPCs that are pretty hard to actually get a hold of if you don't know what you're doing. If you go through the Primordial Serpent Cath route rather than the Framped route, you can talk to them. You can join them. I mean, they'll still attack you as enemies, but you know that you can join them, and that's how you can get like their armor and stuff. So what we just got was the red eye orb, and so it's just invade other worlds at will. Defeat the host of embers of the world you have invaded to gain the strength of fire. The red eye orb is rooted in a tiny land swallowed by darkness long ago. A lot of people theorize that to be Lordran from the first game. Some choose to put the orb to other uses. To embark on this path, enter the service of Rosaria in the Cathedral of the Deep. So if you want to join the big PvP covenant, then that's a PvP covenant we'll do later, but we're not going to do that until much later in the game. I don't think... Did I go this entire time without getting this item over here? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's free Titanite. It's free real estate, and I missed it. I'm such a dumbass. I feel like I can put on better armor for this, for the upcoming boss fight. I think... Actually, you know what? I think this might be the best armor I have available to me for the upcoming boss fight. Might be the Mirror Gloves. I could be totally wrong, though. Not entirely sure. So hang on, let me check this for a second. Trying to just, do I need better poison resistance against the great wood? I can't remember. I think I might just want better physical resistance. Yeah, it might just be better for me here. You know what? The mirror set's got pretty... It's got decent physical stats. You know what? I'll stick with... Yeah, we'll stick with the mirror set for now and the cleric hat. That should be fine. I apologize if my dicking around with the inventory gets a little frustrating, but I just want to kind of give the players the understanding of what it is I'm thinking when I go through my thought process when I'm playing the game. So here we are at the dilapidated bridge, so now we're ready to go take on the curse rod of Greatwood, but I think I'm going to try and cash in my souls for some levels first. So I'm actually not sure why I warped here. I should probably warp to... I need to warp to Firelink. That was kind of dumb of me. So I am kind of hoping to, when I'm done with this, take the raw video from Twitch and download it and upload it to YouTube. And like hell, that'll be a long-ass video. So that might take like all frickin' night to render. Hell if I know. I don't do many YouTube videos. It's not really a thing I've done often. I've actually only got like one video on my channel. But let's see, how many souls do I need to level up? Okay, so I can get one level out of this. That's fine.
Well, very well. Then touch take no.
Let's see if I can... so... I want to get more health or more vit. I think I want... Ah, jeez. You know what? I think I want some more health here. Vigor's going to be good for us to get up until level 20.
Farewell, Ashen One.
After which point there's some seriously diminishing returns. So Grey Rat's not coming back until I beat the Curse Rod of Greatwood.
Oh,
And so after I beat him,
then shall we begin?
he'll come back and we'll have some cool new items. So we're gonna get some free levels from Yol here. And see how many I can do. Are you just the one for right now? Let's see if I'm putting up my... Actually, you know what? We'll put up... Let's actually put up Endurance. I actually haven't touched it for the entire game. I need to put up my Endurance a little bit. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to go talk to Irina. Because I haven't spoken to her yet. And see what miracles I can buy. That was the whole point of freeing her.
Oh, Champion of Ash. Welcome. I was not meant to be a firekeeper, but I am honored to serve you beside the bonfire.
Oh, she's so nice.
The gods are
I
ever
like her.
merciful. My gratitude lies with them and with you. I am yours.
She's great.
Your wish is my command.
So, purchase item. So, I can get the Saint's Ring from her, which allows the attunement of additional spells. I think it's the only item she carries. It is. So, the miracles I can learn from her now are Heal, Replenishment, which gradually restores HP. Heal I think I already have. Caressing Tears, which cures all status effects for myself and other people. And Homeward, which works like a homeward bone, which is super, super useful.
Have a pleasant day. I pray for your...
So I'm actually going to pop a soul item here. I think that should be enough for the Saint's ring. I'm gonna get that ring because I think I'll wear it for the additional spell slots until I get up to 18 attunement, and I don't think I'm gonna need any more. 3 spell slots is probably plenty. I've noticed I've never really needed more than 3 for most of the game. I think Aegon comes back here later. Alright. Actually, do I have one? I do not have an undead bone shard. Is there anything I need to go put in my inventory? No, I don't. Actually, I don't really need you. Can't use you. Well, we'll just stick the northern sets back in my item box. Alright, and we're gonna go finally stop dilly-dallying the fuck around and go take on the Great Wood. So when Grey Rat comes back from here, we're gonna go get some armor from... Actually, no, never mind. I just realized that I can't trade with the crows yet because I need 20,000 souls to get lift key. Alright, and my giant friend is gonna help me out here. He's my buddy. God, that never gets old. So we're gonna have all these guys coming out to try and come and fucking goon squad over here, but check it. Just kaboom. Fucking owned. Alright, get him, giant bro. Go. Thanks for... God, he's so awesome. Alright. Keep you in this general area. So the next arrow hits you. God. I love having a giant friend. He's great. You know what? I realized there is something else I missed. I need to pop an ember. I need to fight Hodrick. And this guy, he is for real. This is a tough fight. He's kind of a cleric knight sort of guy. He is tough. But his big sweeping attack there breaks my guard. Oh, it tracks. Like, all the way to fucking Zimbabwe. Where's... what the hell? How did my mace get unequipped? Oh god. Oh. Oh god. That attack is for... oh, you know what? I tried to switch to the axe that I do not have equipped. There we go. This might actually be useful. God, he does not get staggered by anything, does he? Oof. And that attack tracks to no fucking tomorrow. Come on, come at me. I need an opportunity to hit. Circle strafing does not work on this guy, by the way. It's a good tactic that works for most enemies in the game that are human-like. It doesn't do jack shit to him. And I am out of Estus. Oh, he's got me. Or, no? He doesn't got me? How much is this gonna do? Nothing if I miss him. And nothing if I hit him. Oh. I am shocked that did not kill me. Oh, I forgot he can drink. This is like actually playing against a character. Like a PV. This is actually like playing against a player. The problem is that like nothing staggered and I am dead. Jump off the tree by the door. You know, Zach, you can comment on my Twitch chat. Alright, well... I still have to beat the boss to get, fight Grey Rat. Well, no, to get Grey Rat back. Alright, so we'll get my souls back. you want to take a look at exactly how the arrows get from there. You can look real close, you can see Giant Friend up there firing shots. So let me... The goon squad is out here. Alright. Is dude in here already dead? This guy isn't, but the first guy is. Alright, come on. You're a little tougher, but you don't really do anything. 4-pronged plow. It's a pitchfork. So if I want to kill somebody with a pitchfork, I got one now. Alright, so now that we're next to the boss, let's ember up. And let's find ourselves a friend. Hopefully. Illusory wall ahead, that's a lie. Boo. You know what? I'm gonna put down... pointless ad. Help me. Great curse-ridden tree ahead. So that's a dev message. For sure. The transposing kiln lies within the belly. Also a dev message. So basically it's saying the item you need to get boss weapons is what you get for beating the boss. Not finding any critical foe ahead. So unfortunately I'm not finding any summon signs here. This is a little unusual. Usually I've got at least a couple people out here ready to summon. Yeah, you know, a lot of people, like I was saying before, a lot of Dark Souls, the elitist snotty assholes like to say, oh, summoning people is cheating, it ruins the game, it's no good. But, you know, here we go, we've got... Oh, hey, we got a phantom. I'm gonna summon you for some help. But, you know, summoning people, I think, is a good part of the game. I like encouraging cooperation. I like playing with other players. It's just fun for me, and not just because it makes boss fights a little easier, but because I just like playing with other players. It's just something that's more fun to me. Like, I'll throw down my summon sign at a lot of bosses. I'll put down my summon sign for other players, you know, to do some co-op PvE, you know, fight some bosses. Where the hell did it go? Did it lag out? Come on, where are you at, Rain? Need help. There's... Unable to summon Phantom. Wonder why. We're gonna try again. Is the summon sign still there? So let's try and... Alright, you coming? Coming, friend? Come on. Come on, Rain. We can do this. This is the worst part. Ah. Oh! Oh, there's another sign. Sunbro. Well, that's a helpful... That's a helpful nomer. Moniker, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. We'll see if we can summon Sunbro. Yeah! What's up, buddy? Sunbro! Alright, now let's see. I think that should be enough. I think just Sunbro here should be pretty good. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Ah, fuck, here we go. Curse rotted greatwood. Fucking hate these ads. They're actually what makes this boss fight difficult. So you're actually concerned. Now this is a boss fight that has a gimmick to it. You see all those little sack pods on the Greatwood. Those are his weak points. The areas you need to hit to do any damage to him. Oh, that's acid. I don't want to touch that. Oh, wait, shit, that one's not there. I'm trying to remember where the ones in this stage are. Alright. So I think we're getting on to stage 2 of the fight. Thankfully this fall does not hurt you. Thankfully. Oh, I'm in some trouble. The good news is, now this arm that's grown out of the center is also a weak point. So it's actually a little more useful not to lock on in this boss fight. And we got him! Sunbro! Sold the rotting greatwood and the transposing kiln. Bye, buddy. Bye, Sunbro. Praise that sun. Fucking praise it. There's Homeward Bone. War God Wooden Shield. So now, this is where you come if you want to join the Mound Makers Covenant. Down here in the Pit of Hollows. They're kind of the mad dark spirits, the purple summon signs you'll find throughout the world. So, yeah, basically, you can get summoned for... you can get summoned as a mad dark spirit, and you can either help or hurt the host of Embers. It's totally up to you. Basically, the lore behind that is you're crazy. So we're going to go back to Firelink and level up. And then we are going to head on down to Road of Sacrifices. Yeah, you can get a couple levels out of this. Oh, actually, first... what I need first is... Fort Soul. And I need to go give... Ludlith transposing kiln. So that we can get some boss weapons.
Fret not, my feet are, for I am a lord, and this.
Here you go.
Belike it is seen better day. Now, transposition is the in transposing a twist. Thy purpose is to seek. Now.
Alright, so... oh, I forgot to look at the description of the War God Wooden Shield. Wooden shield reinforced with metal, the largest of the wooden medium shields. Bizarre pattern featured on the shield is the mark of a mad god revered as a god of war in remote regions. And equipping it lets you use your weapon art, rather than having a parry. So its stats are okay. It's got 84% physical damage reduction, and less magic absorption than most wooden shields, but it's got really high fire, lightning, and dark resistance, really good stability. It's an okay shield. I think I'm going to stick with the...
Aha, so.
We'll do some transposition, and now we have some options. So we can get the Hollow Slayer Greatsword, which is, if you remember Dark Souls 2, is Lucatiel of Mira's Greatsword. It says, Greatsword is used for a lifetime by a masked knight, harbors the fears that lurk within the minds of Hollows, and is particularly effective against them. So it's really good against enemies that are just plain old Hollows. Bestowed to a proper Mira Knight long ago. Two-hand to execute special sword techniques. So it has a stance, which is similar to that of like the Claymore, or something like the Irithyll Straight Sword. So that's a pretty cool weapon. The other weapon you get from the Greatwood is Arster's Spear. It's a big old lance that does poison damage. And it's kind of cool. One of the curses that festered within the belly of the Greatwood, and a terrible weapon favored by Earl Arster the Impaler. The spear is enwreathed in rotten, heavily poisonous meat. Defeating foes restores HP, and it has a shield splitter weapon art, which is a big armor-piercing attack. So we have two options here. With Vort's Soul, we could either get his hammer, which is really cool. For the Outrider Knight of the Boreal Valley, it's imbued with frost and causes frostbite. It requires 30 strength for us to use, so it's a big weapon. It weighs 17, it's huge, but it's got the Perseverance weapon skill, and it's got 110 points of frost damage, which is quite a bit. So this is a really, really strong weapon, but arguably, I would say the arguably better item for us to get is the Pontiff's Left Eye, which is a ring. A bewitched ring that Pontiff Sullivan bestowed upon his knights. It recovers HP with successive attacks. Knights who peer into the black orb are lured into battles of death, transformed into frenzied beasts. No wonder the Pontiff only provides these rings to those dispatched to foreign lands. So basically, you hit an enemy enough times and you get some HP back with this thing. So both of these are really, really good items. So what Frost does, it'll actually stay on the weapon here. It accumulates in the body, causing frostbite, which saps one's health, lowers absorption, and slows stamina recovery. So we have options. Both of them are going to be free to us, but we can't use Vort's Great Hammer for a while. This is useful almost immediately, but I think we're going to get the weapon here, and that's something that we can build towards, because we want to kind of go with a strength build anyway. If we want the hollow weapons here, then I would probably go with the Hollow Slayer Greatsword, because I'm probably never going to get dex that high until, like, the end game. Actually, you know what, that isn't unique. That's right, this is unique. So I'm going to get the unique item here, which is fine.
Treat the Firekeeper not with dis-
And so, alright, so let's go back to... Let's put some stuff away. Y'all can go away into the item box, you can go into the item box. I think we're gonna go back to... I'm gonna go back to the items that we had before. Which should be fine. Those 3 weapons should be good. I think we can put back the mirror set for right now. I think everything else is probably fine for right now. Alright, so let's get some levels. Actually, can I upgrade an item? I can upgrade something to +1. So if I want, I can put that, at,
That is good. What needs?
Reinforced Club up to +1. So let's do that. Let's,
Be careful. I don't want to.
I was hoping to use crushing weapons more anyway, so the battle axe we'll just have as sort of a backup weapon. Like strike weapons, just more of a cleric-y kind of thing, I guess. Let's see, how many levels can I get out of this? Not quite 2, so I'm gonna have to use some soul items here. So how many... So I get 700 out of that. That was totally not worth blowing out. And actually it kind of was. And this one is how many? 200. So I'm going to try and go for a little over 8k. 3 more should be fine. Up to 81k should probably get me 2 levels, I would hope.
Very well. Then touch take nourish.
Alright, so let's go to... Wow, really? Just from 39 up to 42. Let's up my strength. And use 1 more of these for another level. I'm taking a much more cautious approach with my soul items this time instead of blowing them all at once like an idiot. Let's up my faith.
Farewell, Ashen One.
So let's see. Well, let's talk to Yol.
I would do it. Then shall we
I think this is the last time I can get a free level from Yol, so let's put it into Faith. So he's got sorceries to buy.
Be safe, champion.
What a good friend. And Grey Rat's back, because we beat a boss, after sending him out.
Oh, hello. You've come at a good time.
I have come at a good
Took
time.
some prowling, but I finally made a score.
He's got such a great voice, too.
Have a gander.
Alright, let's see what we've got here. We have lightning urns. We've got all sorts of crazy new shit. We got some new shields. Actually, I'm just going to pop soul items so I can actually... I'm going to pop a soul item or two to actually just be able to see these things properly.
Oh, and
So what he's also got is... so we have the Zweihander now, the Pawn of Night Curve Sword, the Estoc, the War Pick, which is interesting because it's a hammer that does thrust damage. Light crossbow might be something we can look into as a ranged weapon solution a little later. So he's got the assassin outfit now. He's got some more arrow types. He's got the knight armor, which is super solid. The knight shield, the priest's chime, which I think might be it might be a little better. No, actually, I think the general prayer is probably the one that we currently have is probably the best one. But I'm gonna buy a lightning urn because I know I'm gonna need to trade for that later. We've got some more embers to buy from him if we want. And so, you know what, let's do I want the light crossbow? I think I do. So let's get that light crossbow.
Goodbye.
Because your requirements for using a crossbow are super low. Actually, since I have more souls, I should buy bolts.
oh, he landed one.
Where are bolts? Sniper bolts. Those standard bolts. These go a little further. They're 150 each. I'm just gonna buy some standard bolts.
Goodbye.
Oh, this.
Alright, so now I've got pretty much everything I could need for the time being. So now that we've beaten the Curse Rod of Greatwood, it's time to go on to the Road of Sacrifices. All right. All right, so here we are at the Road of Sacrifices. Now that we've totally cleared the undead settlement, I think we're going to try and get to the halfway fortress, and then I might call it a night. We might go on a little further from there. Oh, there are some important items in this area, so I think I'm going to need to I'm gonna need to go get them. I think there's a divine tome in there, so that I can get some more miracles. Oh, and there's some other gear down here as well. Yeah, no, I forgot. This is actually a really important area. I shouldn't run through it like a bitch. Gotcha. Visions of Dark Spirit. Alright. Yeah, because I believe Maneater Mildred is down here after I... Okay, I gotta kill you before you go crazy. Okay, I'm in some trouble unless I kill him. You're just gonna keep spewing poison and fire. Still trying to get used to this thing's stamina consumption and moveset. Time for bravery. Shortcut down to the item? And there's more stuff over here, so I think I'm just gonna heal up. Oh, whoop. Actually, wait a minute. Oh, nope, I don't want to go this way yet. And this is where the brigand made it. They brought back that thing from Dark Souls 1 where, like, all of the starting classes, like, quote-unquote, made it to a certain point in the game. Where you, like, find their bot. Oh. And that's Maneater Mildred. Oh. She is for real. Auto-tracking overheads. What is this, Dark Souls 2? Woof. Yeah, she is... Oh, no. Yeah, she is strong. I'm still getting used to this reinforced club's moveset. Good lord, this weapon is slow. Do I maybe want to try out this brigand axe? This brigand axe? Yeah, let me check this bad boy out. It's a little bit faster than the other weapons. Well, the good thing about this game is that there's basically no such thing as wasted Titanite in the early game. This is a pretty solid weapon. I think I I don't know. You know, we'll go back to the battle axe and we'll give old Mildred a try. The old college try again. Hey, babe. All right. Oh. And sharpening was your downfall. Butcher knife. So we got her weapon. And oh no, we can't quite use it yet. Yep, you need 24 strength to wield that. We're getting pretty close to that. So in a few levels, we might. It's got A strength scaling, and its skill is to sharpen. So basically, it restores HP with decent solid hits. And when you sharpen it, it gets your HP back up more than it did before. So we've got a couple items down here. The Brigand Armor. And I think the Brigand Twin Daggers is this one over here. It is. Alright, so we've gone around this way. So we've got some more enemies. Oh. Oh god. You're gonna find the enemies here, these guys, the same problem a lot of enemies in Dark Souls 3 have, design-wise, is that they never stop attacking. And see what I meant about, like, Titanite is basically free? Now, I want to be a huge bitch. And I'm just bolt through this. Down to the bonfire. Hope I'm fast enough. Light that shit. Sit at that shit. Alright. So, we've got, we're at the halfway fort bonfire. It's kind of a silly bonfire because there's another one that's very close by. I almost wonder why this one is even really here. But we've got two important NPCs. Over here is Anri and Horace. And we're going to talk to them.
Oh, hello. How do you do? I'm Anri of Astora. Unkindled like
Anri is wearing the
this is Horace,
the Elite Knight set. You know, kind of the iconic armor from Dark Souls 1.
In search of the Lords of Cinder. We're well along the road of sacrifices. Below us is the Crucifixion Woods. Beyond the flooded woods lies Farron Keep, home of the Undead Legion. Further yet is the Cathedral of the Deep. We seek the cathedral, home of the grim Aldrich. We may go our separate ways now, but we are both seekers of lords. The next time we cross paths, one may find the other in a time of need. May the flame... Oh, yes, Horace. He's not very talkative, but don't think ill of him. He is an upstanding, kind-hearted knight, a fine partner for this grueling journey. Without his help, I would have cursed this onerous duty long ago.
So Horace is a member of the Blue Sentinels, and you get that covenant by talking to him.
We are well along the road beyond the next time, may the flame...
Alright, so... they're looking for Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. So they're assuming he's in the Cathedral of the Deep, which is further along this path after we finish the Road of Sacrifices. But we gotta go back and get some important items. This is embarrassing. These guys you definitely want to shield out. Their big old flurry of attacks will just seriously fuck you up. So we got the Ember that's up here. Alright. I think down here is the safe path down. Yep. So as you can see, we've got a couple of dogs. And that one was dealing poison damage. So we got Morn's Ring, which is, I think, something we want to equip. It boosts miracles. So we're definitely going to put that on. And then we've got the Braille Divine Tome of Karim. Now, if you're wondering what good is a Braille Tome, well, remember that our priestess here, our nun, is blind. To answer your question, Joe, my favorite Dark Souls game is by far this one. It's got all the upsides of 1 and 2 mechanically. It's just much more smooth than the others. It does rely a little bit more on nostalgia to get by, but I think that it's it plays the smoothest out of all of them. So it's my personal favorite. I like the way it plays. I love the environment. I love the characters. But I'm not one of those people that hates Dark Souls 2. I actually like Dark Souls 2 a lot more than most people tend to. Oh, so we're so we have a new, now that we've reached the halfway fortress, we have a new NPC that's appeared here, Seers of the Sunless Realms, and her quest is going to be very important later, especially if we want to be Miracle's character, I think.
You're an unkindled, aren't you?
She's cool.
I am Cirrus.
She's super cool.
Former servant of the divinity. Duties we each bear, but one's duty is a solitary affair. I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
So she just says, basically, I'm not really in this to make friends, but whatever.
I doubt we've much to gain from fraternization. Blessing of the moon upon.
Yeah, basically what she just says there is, not really much to... Yeah, she says, I'm not really in this to make friends, so bye. I guess it's fair. But you can help her out later. So...
Oh, champ, do you wish to hear it? Oh, you've brought me a Braille divine tome. Now I can tell new tales of miracles. Tales of the greater miracles can be quite the epics.
So now we've got some new miracles unlocked. So we can probably finally buy some new spells. Alright, so what we have here is, I think we've got we've got a medium heal, which is restore moderate HP for self and vicinity, which I think we just want to get as a strict upgrade to our heal. We unlocked Tears of Denial, which gives us a chance to live when we go to HP 0. And Force, which we already start with.
Have a pleasant journey, pray.
I think if we buy all of those miracles from her, we finish her quest and she becomes a Fire Keeper, which is really awesome. Alright, and so now we're gonna go talk with Yol over here. Oh, is Yol still alive? That means, do I have any more? I do have one more free levels with Yol. Ooh. I'm sorry, is my mic getting feedback? Am I getting weird feedback? Well, let's get a, free level. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna level up my attunement. Oh, I have more. Nope, that's it. And so we've progressed his quest as much as we can at this point. And let me see. That's... Oh, so yeah, now that I've gotten all those dark sigils, I have hollowed the hell out. So you wanted to take a look at how frickin' ugly I am, now that I'm basically just a zombie. Yeah, I do not look great. But I got a bitchin' hat. Oh, we didn't look over the Brigand set. The Brigand set. So, we got leather armor from foreign land, probably belonged to a brigand who met his match. In foreign land, undead were banished to send a message to populace, and when the message was not heard, they banished the living too. So that was basically a class from DS1. To answer your question again, Joe, tips for a beginner of Dark Souls, I would say look up a walkthrough like Vextra Life, or watch a Let's Play to just if watching a Let's Play is kind of your thing, to get a better idea of just like how the game as a whole works. Because half the difficulty of starting up the game is learning just how everything functions. Like in the first game, there's like kindling of bonfires and how your humanity works and all that stuff. Just what all your items do and what your stats do and what your spells do. Because the items descriptions can be a little unclear. So the first thing I'd want to do is actually just look up a walkthrough. And I would say, honestly, at any point throughout the game, there's no shame in looking up a walkthrough at all. Because, you know, this is a game where that's totally legit. Because having a map of an area where you can find, like, hidden items, stuff you need to do for NPC quests, you know, that's super useful. At most points. Because especially in the first game, a lot of stuff is really obfuscated based on, a lot of stuff is really obfuscated, and there's almost no way that almost no way to know how some of these NPC quests would go. Hop off a tree, so yeah, that doesn't work. I don't think. You gotta get the timing just right. Cheese it. A friend of mine was telling me that you could hop off this tree here to get up to this area early, but I don't think that's true. I think they patched that. But yeah, the first tip I would say for beginners is that there's absolutely no shame in summoning allies if you need their help for a boss fight. There's absolutely no shame in looking up a walkthrough if you need help for an area, or looking up an enemy's weakness. It's a game that teaches you that there's no shame in seeking help if you need it. And my personal advice to you is keep trying. Because when people say get good doesn't mean, haha, you suck, although some people might think that way. What it means to me is that you might suck now, but so does everyone when they start. But you can get good if you keep trying. Because it's an ultimate game of trial and error. You know, you'll try harder and over again. Eventually you'll learn the patterns of the enemies, you'll learn the patterns of the bosses, you'll learn where stuff is and how they behave. And once you're in the zone, you're good to go. And if the game does really frustrate you to a point where you think you need to where you get really angry, it's totally okay to just drop it and take a break for a while. Let me see here real quick with the Shrine Handmaiden. Does she have the key? Yeah, it's 20k souls for that. For that key to get up to the tower. Yeah, no, the first Dark Souls is without a doubt the hardest. It's definitely extremely hard. It's really hard, especially because it's just difficult to get used to how everything works. But like I said, looking up a walkthrough, watching a Let's Play to just kind of understand how the game works will definitely help you a lot. It's a game that these are games that require a more careful approach for the most part. So you'll have to learn to be careful, learn trial and error. If you just get destroyed a lot, it's part of the learning process. So I would say don't be dissuaded by the games. I honestly would say if you want an entry point, I would try Dark Souls 2 first. Dark Souls 2 is probably the easiest of the three. It is very long. I think it's a little longer than the first one. But I remember its combat's a little slowed down, and it does have some design bullshit, like enemies have a lot of auto-tracking overhead attacks, which means that they'll just follow you no matter how much you try to dodge around them unless you dodge at a specific time. But it's got kind of the simplest mechanics. It was the one I beat first. I actually still haven't beaten the first one. But I've beaten Dark Souls 2 a couple times. I've beaten this one once already. I've gone through most of it again a second time, and I'm going through it a third time on this character. But 2 is probably the easiest, I would say, out of the 3. Like, if you wanted a solid entry point to sort of get an idea for how it works. But the 2 has some problems, as I mentioned. So I would actually honestly either recommend 2 or this one first before you go back to Dark Souls 1. And it's honestly a little hard for me to go back to Dark Souls 1 after this because it's just, it feels kind of clunky. It's a little, mechanically it's a little buggier, it's a little less tight. But in terms of the game world, the game design, the enemy design, Dark Souls 1 is a lot more, I'd say it's a lot more of a coherent game than 2. Alright, so we're here down at the second half of the Road of Sacrifices. And over here we're getting to... there's a couple of important items over on this side that we're going to want to get, so we got to take care of these guys. Now, if they remind you of Bloodborne a little bit, I don't blame you. These guys are called Lycanthrope Hunters. And why they hunt? Oh, you got all... Wow, you got all the way to the painting in DS1? Yeah, the painting's a bit, the painting's a bit hard. Once you clear the painting in DS1, you can go back, and you can just warp to that bonfire after you beat... Did you beat the rest of Anor Londo first? Honestly, like I said, if you were going to start trying out these games for yourself, I'd recommend either 2 or 3. I went through 2 first, but 2 does kind of have the most bullshit, I will warn you there. Fall damage is way higher in 2 than it is in 1 or 3. The enemy variety isn't quite as... I would say isn't quite as good. Although it does have a lot of really cool, interesting elements. It does tend to focus a lot more on human-like enemies. And less on stuff that's just like a straight-up monster. You see how much faster my stamina is coming back because of that Chloranthi ring? It's super useful. So, as you could tell there, well, if you got through the boss of the painting, then you can leave and progress with the rest of the game. Alright, so now this is a tricky area. Because there's a Black Knight here, and I am just gonna very slowly and calmly walk around this guy. I really don't want to fight him right now. And this is the mercenaries gear. That's where he made it before he died. I think his starting weapon is down here. Yep, that's his weapon. Now I gotta be real calm. 'Cause I don't know that Black Knight's aggro range. And the Farron Coal, this is super important. We're gonna give that to Andre later, the blacksmith, so that he can do new types of infusions for our weapons. Alright, so this is a Black Knight. He's a bad motherfucker. And we're gonna see if we can... We're gonna see if we can fight him. Nope. Yep, nope, that did not work at all. Absolutely flattened. Alright, but we got the important item out of there. Which is the Farron Coal. So I'm going to try and get to the next bonfire, which is just down here, just down the hill. And, good lord. Yeah, these guys' weapons do lots of damage. I forgot about the loads of damage. Oh wow, that medium heal is super strong. No more of these gross bug things around here, but I know there's some items around this way. So we're gonna try heading out over. Shard, that's useful. Twin Dragon Great Shield, also useful. Oh crap. I've aggroed a lot of enemies, but there's a bonfire right here. Alright. Bonfire, bonfire, bonfire. Hello, Bonfire Chan. Alright. Now there's some stuff around here I missed, obviously. You're gonna notice this is a big guy. This is a big boy. He's a Crab King, and he will annihilate you if you let him. He's a big, bad motherfucker. So we're going to actually avoid him for the time being, and go back around this way and see if we can't get a couple other important items over here first. For Dark Souls 1, if I wanted to go with a recommended class to play as, the Pyromancer is very good to start with because you've got a pretty strong starting weapon, you've got ranged spells, you've got armor that has good resistances, even though it's not very tough. The Knight's pretty tough. The Knight's pretty good to start with. Just keep upping your endurance until you can, you know, not fat roll in the armor. Alright, we got our Estus Shard, so we can get another flask for the boss fight. If we're talking about Dark Souls 2, I would probably say Knight or Warrior is, if you want to just go with like basic, just a basic like fight stuff style. If you want to dabble in a little bit of spells, Knight is probably your better bet, because you've got, I think, enough attunement slots for one. It's, yeah, no, Pyromancer is very, very good in the first game. In 3, if you wanted to... If there were any starting class in 3 I would say is the best, it's gotta be the Knight. You have extremely tough armor. You've got a really good solid weapon. Honestly, your starting longsword as the Knight can probably get you through most of the game if you upgrade it and infuse it. It's just a basic longsword, but it's fast, it's tough, it's got a good moveset. But if you've got great armor, you've got a great shield with 100% physical damage reduction, you've got a good weapon, minimal investment into intelligence or faith, and either a miracle or a sorcery catalyst. Minimal investment, because you started off with one attunement slot, like minimal investment to like a basic miracle for healing will put you at a huge advantage in the early game. Alright, so I'm going to go head back to Firelink and turn in that coal to Andre so that I can get some... Get some new infusions. Sorry, it just totally slipped my mind. I was reading chat. And yeah, Knight's a very efficient class, but like if you want, like for a starting class for beginners, I'd say you really can't go wrong with Knight. You've got a good shield, you've got a good weapon, you can experiment with basically any play style. Pyromancy is always a good option, because you pretty much need minimal int and faith dedication. You can go a little heavier and respec later if you want to for other stats. But Knight is a very, very good option. I will never not recommend it to a new player, especially for 3. So, we're going to reinforce the flask first, thanks for the shard, and then we're going to give him the Farron coal.
Oh my. This coal is from the Undead Legion, used to forge the weapons of Farron's Abyss Watchers. A fine prize. I'm honored to be... Now I'll be equipped to infuse, praise the gods, eh?
So let's see what we can do now. So we could now do heavy infusions, poison gems, and shriving stones, if we really want to. So what I would probably do is... I think I'm probably going to use my heavy gem on this reinforced club. Or maybe wait till I find another striking weapon later.
Be careful, I don't want...
Actually, how many shards do I have? I might be able to... I even level something up. I don't know. Maybe one weapon? I'm not sure. But no, yeah, so Joe, if you did want to start this game, I would say this is probably the most accessible of the 3. 2 is probably the easiest, honestly, but there is a lot of bullshit in 2, as I mentioned before. Three's good. This is probably my favorite of all of them. I just love the gameplay and the mechanics. It's just super solid. It's super rewarding for most playstyles, although usually like strictly magic or miracle based are not as good as like more dedicated melee builds or hybrid builds. But so covenants in the first game are really confusing and kind of suck. Covenants are kind of confusing. Like, that's kind of what I mentioned about, like, earlier, about looking up a walkthrough to just see what all of the covenants are about and what that's all for.
Oh, do you wish?
Because some covenants are really useful, like Warriors of Sunlight. Kind of makes it easier for you to find. I think it makes it a little easier for you to find summons for boss fights, which is really obviously like really helpful. I'm trying to say, do I want replenishment or caressing tears?
Have a pleasant journey, champ.
So I think what I actually want to do is put the Saint's Ring here. And attune that Caressing Tears. To the third slot. Now, the good thing about it, a good reason for picking a faith-based build is actually for, like, a co-op. Because a lot of your heal spells heal both you and like, allies around you that are close to you. So when people see, like, a pretty obviously cleric-y looking character, they're going to be super happy to have you. Alright, so what we've got here is... Well, what happened to Yol? So Yol is super dead, but we've also got a new friend behind us. And this is a friend, I guess. Her name is Yuria of Londor.
Thanks to thee, Yol's soul is redeemed. Allow me to express my gratitude in his stead. Another matter.
Yeah, no problem, Joe. It's a it's a thing. A lot of Dark Souls difficulty is kind of overcoming the initial learning curve, honestly, and it's that's sort of the hard part, is just kind of learning how the game works. But once you get used to that, once you get used to the idea of you know, the repetition, the trying again, learning from your mistakes, things like that, the game becomes much more accessible and, honestly, for me, much more fun. The big challenge in it for me was, you know, I always played, like, Castlevania games growing up. Yeah, it was kind of my jam, so I was used to sort of like the trial and error of Castlevania, and so seeing that kind of applied to like a pseudo Metroidvania 3D game like Dark Souls 1 is what really drew me to it. Alright, and so here is another Braille Divine Tome, but we don't want to give this one to Irina, because these are miracles of the dark. And they are bad, and if you learn any from her, if you give that book to her and learn any of the dark miracles from her, that'll tank her quest line. But, but I know if you buy all of, I think it's if you buy all of those miracles that from the tome I gave her, from her, and that she becomes a Firekeeper. I believe that's if I give her that, I want to say. I can't remember if there's another Divine Tome you want to give her to finish that quest of hers, but it's super cool. I haven't done it yet. I'm trying to see if I can do that on this playthrough. Alright, so let me see here. Oh, I got stuff I gotta put away in the item box. I can't really use. By the way, sorry I kind of glazed over you joining us, but thanks for joining us, Larla Reef. Glad to have more people in here. Let's see. And then I got all this nonsense to put away. I think I might want to change around my armor a little bit. Let's see. Maybe not. That seems... Well, this is much... That puts me at my weight limit, though. Damn crossbow and... I really want this. I think this is pretty much fine for now. I want to see if I can upgrade this one more time.
Tis good what needs smith.
Alright, can I upgrade this another time? No, I need one more shard. Ah, well. I probably shouldn't have... but I can infuse you with... I need more souls to infuse you with the heavy gem.
Careful. I don't...
Actually, I wonder... Is the Morning Star better than this? Who do I buy the Morning Star from? Is it you? Where? Oh, that's not till later then.
Ashen one, be sure.
I think I'm gonna hold off on using my heavy gem for now. Yep, get that miracle boosting ring. God, it's weird actually using rings for like spell slots instead of instead of other stuff. I don't really have the souls for the Estus ring yet. Let's go get the what's it's called fucking lift key. That's it. Jesus, the tower key. Alright, so it's getting to be about, close to about 12:30 where I am, 12:30 a.m. So I'm probably going to be wrapping it up here in just a little bit. But I think I want to play around and grab some more of the items I missed here first before we call it for the night. There's quite a bit more of exploring of the Road of Sacrifices here to do before we go fight the Crystal Sages, which is the next boss. So I think I missed a couple items around here. Already grabbed that item over there. Hey there, guy. Alright, oh. You're a thing. Alright, so it's 3 hits to kill one of you. Oh god, there's too many of you. I'm going this way. Alright, so there's some items out here in this swamp. Unfortunately, we are going to have to run like absolute total cowards. Unless we actually... You know what? Actually, we're going to cheese it. We're gonna make this crab do a thing and vanish. Hopefully he'll bury himself underground, but then it'll be a lot easier for me to go dig up some of these items. Okay, yep, there he goes. Grass Crest Shield, you are... Oh, thank God. So, the Grass Crest Shield that I just picked up does the same thing as my Chloranthy Ring. It boosts my stamina recovery speed, which is awesome. So now I have that. So now that that effect stacks, and you see how fast my stamina comes back, just poof. So basically, now that I've got this thing, most playstyles that use this shield barely use it as a shield, just kind of if necessary. But just keep it on their backs, and then... Oh God! Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay, 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 okay. Save me from Crab Senpai. Oh God, 2 of them. Alright, so there's a couple of guys we can fight over there. So I got some cool stuff from back there. I got the Conjurator's set, which is... give me a second to... Oh, actually, I need to run for a second so that King Crab over here doesn't murderize my face. Alright, so we got a soul item. Alright, so let me show you the Conjurator's set. Oh, wait, I should probably do the correct menu. It's very weak physically, but if you recognize this, it's the Pyromancer set from Dark Souls 1. So it's really useful against poison and curse and frost, and it's got good magic resists damage. And the other set we got here is probably my favorite set in the entire game, which is the Fallen Knight set. Problem is, I'm actually no. If I take off the crossbow, I could use this set, which I love the way this thing looks. It's so badass. Weirdly enough, the Soul Sword armor is actually heavier. I think all the other versions are... Yeah, all the other items are lighter. But, you know, if I take off the crossbow, I can wear this, or if I just put on hat instead, I think I could put the crossbow back on. Yeah, so... Okay, that hat looks silly. Now, that puts me just over 70. So, let's see, if I put on the sellsword helmet... Yeah, no, screw it. I'll just take off the crossbow for now. This is probably my favorite armor set in the entire game. It just looks so badass. I think one of the guys over here is using it. Alright. We're gonna try fighting these guys. Rev up your assholes, because this is going to suck. Oof. That did not hurt as bad as I thought it would. And I whiffed again. Oof. Yikes. I think I got him. Yeah. Got one. I got another great club. Alright, now this other guy I think is gonna be a lot tougher. Oh yeah, this is the guy with spinny attacks. I think I might need to go shield on this one. Oh yeah, his attacks are strong. Oof. In hindsight, that was not probably... Well, the good news is my attacks stun lock him, but he's a toughie. This is going to be tough with one flask. Oof. Oh, God. Yeah, got him. Exiled Greatsword. Alright, so we got a couple items over here. We got some more homeward bones. And this, if you don't recognize it from earlier, this is the other side of where that Black Knight was that I got wrecked by. And you can't actually open that door. There's no way forward through there. There actually is a way to get all the way down there later on and come back around that side. This is where that gate was earlier. And there's another bonfire here. And this is technically the way forward to Farron Keep. So I'm going to sit at this bonfire. And we're going to go back to the Crucifixion Wood. And I think Actually, after this, I'm going to head back to Firelink. And I think I'm going to call it a night after that. I think I'll probably get another level out of my soul items. Level up and then call it a night, probably. Alright, so let's go back to Firelink. Firekeeper's just hanging out.
Home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well, then touch.
Alright, so how much do I need to level up? Oh, like a lot more than I have. Okay. Well, let's use that. 1,000. I need like 300 more. I think it might be 400. Yeah, that should do it.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then take.
Alright, and so we'll get, I think, strength up to 18, or... attunement to 16. Probably try to just get attunement up to 18. I'm gonna try and get that early.
May the flames guide thee.
How do you kill Ornstein and Smoke in Dark Souls 1? Well, that's a good question, Joe. A lot of trial and error. Ornstein and Smoke is a toughie. I did end up beating it on my own without any summons for help after only a couple tries, but only because I'd seen someone beat it before. Basically, your strategy's got to be, in the first stage, focus on just one, and on damaging just one and avoiding the other. A good strategy is the fuck Smoke route, because in the first area, Smoke is just, in the first stage, Smoke is just really, really tough to deal with. And Ornstein takes a lot more damage than Smoke does. But, yeah, so that's what I ended up doing, was I ended up killing Ornstein first in mine, and Smoke in the second stage is super, super hard. But because I had figured out sort of his patterns and when to dodge roll away from him, I just learned how to like dodge roll away from his big smashing attacks and stuff like that. So he's so yeah, no, so when you get past his once you learn how to like dodge his smashing attacks and stuff, it's much less difficult than it would ordinarily be. Alright, that looks silly. That looks just absolutely silly. We're gonna put this armor back on. You know, I absolutely love the Fallen Knight armor. It's just so awesome. But yeah, summoning Solaire is an NPC. You can summon him for that fight. So if you make it to the boss room-ish area, right before the boss room, while human, you can summon him. Summon another player if you can, because 3-on-2 is pretty much the easiest way to deal with Ornstein and Smough, but it's still hard. Man, it's still a rough fight. It's probably the hardest boss fight in the entire game, I'm not gonna lie. Once you get past that, a lot of the other bosses are gonna be substantially easier. Just for you to be able to handle. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's probably easily the most challenging, in my opinion. But you'll have a little bit of trouble on some other ones later on. But you'll never be as stuck on a boss. Yeah, you have to be human to summon. So yeah, you do have to be human to summon other players. So you'll want to... And if you haven't been kindling your bonfires, do that. Kindle the Anor Londo bonfire inside the building, the one where Solaire's sitting down. Kindle that one to crank up your... flask count. That will definitely make your life substantially easier. And just kind of make sure you've got the humanity to sort of keep... If you end up dying like more than 3 times after having popped a humanity to try and go for summons, then I'd just try to go it alone. Because wasting your humanity like that to just to defeat one boss when you could be using it for kindling bonfires, especially later on, is kind of a waste. Trial and Error is the name of the game with Ornstein and Smough. So, yeah, but you kindle the bonfire in Anor Londo inside the building, and try summoning Solaire and a player, if at all possible. Because having someone to focus on other than you is going to make your life much easier in that fight. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who joined us off and on tonight. Thanks for stopping by in the stream, and I will see you all next time on Gurt Gets Hurt. We might be doing another Dark Souls 3 chapter next, where we'll be going through the rest of the Road of Sacrifices and fighting the Crystal Sages, and moving on to Farron Keep, and possibly even the Abyss Watchers if I've got time. But if at any time I could be doing something else, we could play some other games, possibly some Titanfall 2, some Battlefield 1, maybe go with an old... I can't believe I'm saying this is a retro game, because it makes me feel old, but Dead Space 2, since that just became backwards compatible on Xbox One, and I'd like to finish that at some point. So I'll keep you all updated on the next installment of Gurt Gets Hurt, and you all have a good night.